Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing a Euphoria inspired look. I've seen a lot of tags going around of people talking about the show and, talking about the type of makeup that is done in it. And it's not something that you might typically wear on an everyday basis, but I love that people are starting to embrace that creative aspect to makeup more. I feel like a lot of my looks probably about 6 months to a year ago were very, conceptual, they were abstract, and I feel like the show is kind of taking people's focus away from just, a regular smoky eye into the creative side and showing you that it can be wearable and that it can be fun. I have a picture right here that I am in love with. I definitely want to recreate this, and when I saw it I was like, oh my god, this has to be on my face.
Hello, can you see?
Ophelia wants to say hi, say hello. What you was doing? You were coming to say hello to me? Hello. But we are going to jump into this look. I kind of want to try some brow cover, so let's see how that goes. So I'm not going to cover the whole brow. I'm mainly going to focus on this outer edge just so that I can kind of lift my brow up and have a little more space to work with. So I'm gonna use the Elmer's glue stick, and we're gonna hope that I can do this right for once. I think I've only done a successful brow cover like twice, and that was the full brow, so we're gonna try and just pray that this works. So what I'm gonna start doing is putting it in my brow and kind of just slathering it all on top. Ew. And then I'm gonna start brushing it flat. And we're gonna go back in with the glue and really make sure that those hairs are laid, honey. And I'm kind of going down on that first pass with it to really coat all the hairs. And then we're taking a little spoolie and brushing them kind of whatever way they lay the flattest. So now that we have the brows glued, we are going to put some powder on them. I'm gonna take some Maybelline Fit Me powder. We're just gonna go to town and really set that in place. Now, I'm not a drag queen. I'm no professional by any means when it comes to this, but I've always heard to do glue, powder, foundation, and then repowder. Now I'm gonna take some Tarte Shape Tape. We're gonna go over that brow. Now, in the picture that I'm recreating, her brows are not covered at all. I just don't have a lot of lid space, so I thought that it would kind of help me out if I did cover mine. Ugh, I hate the way that this feels. Now I'm gonna take a Fit Me powder in a slightly darker shade and bake my brows. So now we just have these like little pieces of brow in the front. And we're gonna do eyes first because they're pretty intense. I'm gonna prime with my L'Oreal Full Wear Concealer. So now that we look like the definition of a hot mess, oh, this is actually kind of terrifying. We are going to jump into a couple different palettes. It looks like she kind of has like a neon orange matte, almost as like a liner, and dip into the shade Heat Wave. And we're gonna start placing that on the eye. I'm gonna dip into the Morphe James Charles palette and take this shade right here. I'm gonna kind of work that up to where the brow would have been. I feel like hers is a little bit darker, so I'm mixing in a slightly darker blue. I know in my intro I talked about the show making crazy looks more wearable. Don't know if we're gonna like go to Walmart in this look per se. And we're gonna go back in with Heat Wave and work that in below what left we have of our brow. And there's like this dirty green color packed in like right here. So I'm gonna take this Morphe shadow right here and kind of mix it with this green. We're gonna pull it back to meet with that blue. And then it almost is like she has a lilac-y color coming out this way. So I'm gonna mix this really light pink shade right here with Livin' for Lavender right here. So I'm going to take this Wet n Wild waterproof brown liner, and I was just kind of using that to give me a bottom line. Now I'm going to dip into this ABH cream color. It is Sable. Okay, she's going to need to be activated with a little oil, man. I want like that artsy girl brow. I never get to like experiment with my brow shape. Ooh, I look angry. So now that I can kind of see where the brow is going, I'm gonna add a little bit more of the blue. I'm gonna take a little more orange and kind of go under the brow with that. So now I'm gonna mix these two foundations from Maybelline. I have 122 and 220. Okay. We might just use 122 because a shit ton came out. I'm just gonna start by painting some onto the face. Now I want a really bright under eye, so I'm gonna take ColourPop in light 10. Now we're gonna do some contour, and I want it to be a little extreme. By a little, I mean a lot. I'm also gonna mix in a little of the ABH one, just to give it a little warmth. Okay, so now that we look like a monstrosity, it's time to do a little highlight. I think I want to take this Stila Putty highlight. It's in Silver Lake, and it's like a glitter suspended in like a cream. So now I'm gonna pop on a lip. So she kind of just has like a light stain on her lips. So we're gonna try to do something similar but with an orange. What I'm gonna do is take a little bit on the center and start to tap it out. Now I'm gonna do a little mascara. It doesn't really look like she's wearing any, but I'm gonna pop on some of the ColourPop Take Their Black mascara. She doesn't really have much going on the lower lash line, so we're gonna leave it like this. Now I'm gonna pop on a cute shirt, and I'll be right back. This is the mug. I am kind of shook by how this turned out. For some reason, I'm like obsessed with how my face looks like snatched and pulled back. Like these brows are giving me absolute life. This top, I'm like really feeling it. And I know that this is a little crazy and wild for, you know, just your everyday thing, but this show is all about embracing like yourself, and it's really cool. I suggest you go out and watch it if you haven't already. And as always, if you liked this video and you liked me, don't forget to leave me a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel before you go. And I'll see you on the next one.